Well, hello, everyone. Oh, good morning, YouTube, and your technicalities. So I'm just like, ah. We're going to get started any minute. I'm just waiting for others to get here. There. So if you're here, just drop in the chat and let me know who you are, and so I can say hello. As you can see from our thumbnail, it's a boost your day kind of sort of thing. That's what we're doing today. Good morning, Miss Peace. Good morning, Sherelle. A pleasure to see you guys. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the other live. It froze on me, and so I was just like, no, freaking out. So I had to do it again, but that's okay. Good morning, Miss Marjorie. So as you'll see, today is a boost your day. It's not meant to be long, just something grand rising to you too, Miss Peace. It's just really meant to remind us that there's always that still small voice that speaks, right? And it gives us guidance. Like I was on this morning on Fanbase, and yeah, at the crack of dawn, I was awake. Oh my goodness. But the person who was in the chat said to me, well, how am I supposed to trust my intuition? And I'm like, how are you supposed to trust yourself? Well, it's you, isn't it? Your intuition, if you think about it, always has your best interest at heart. Always has your best interest. Good morning, Queen Marat. A pleasure to see you, or grand rising, I should say. Our intuition truly is who we are. It's your inner guidance. And it speaks to you every single day, all day. Because it's you're constantly hearing and being guided to do things. I know my father always says, things only go wrong when I don't listen to that voice. So today's reminder is that voice, it only ever guides you in a positive way, right? It only ever guides you in a way that is for your best interest. Every single time. It doesn't deviate from that. It has no malice. No, nothing like that. It is simply, you know what? I love you. I want the best for you, and here's what you should do. But you know what we do? Because we sometimes can doubt or have fear, or we've been listening to somebody else tell us who they think we should be, we stifle that still small voice. And then we wonder, well, why is nothing working out? Right? Why is nothing working out? It's not working out because you're not listening. And intuition is funny because It's not going to force itself on you. It will simply say, do this or do that. And it is up to you to follow the directive given, right? But we try and suppress it or stifle it. And that's never a good idea. You don't want to stifle your intuition. Never do that. And I've been asked before, well, how do you know? How do you know it's your intuition? Well, you know it is because it's your body feels calm when your intuition speaks to you. It's almost like, what's the word? If your mind is troubled and your intuition speaks to you, the water stops moving and it settles right away. That's exactly what happens when your intuition speaks. Does that make sense? Let me know your questions, because I think this is a sticky area for most people sometimes, where they're like, but I don't know. We always know. It's just, are we afraid? That is the question, right? And there's nothing to be afraid of. It's like looking in the mirror and being afraid of your reflection. See, that doesn't make any sense. So it's the same here. When you listen, and that's how you know that your intuition is speaking. That's correct, Miss Peace. We do allow our doubts to interfere. And the way to banish that doubt is to tell your body, you know what? My intuition only ever has my best interest at heart because it has never failed me before, and it's not going to start now. That's how you talk to yourself, right? Because if you think about it, we talk to ourselves the other way. We say, that, what am I hearing? I don't know. That can't be true. This seems too hard. We're always talking to ourselves. So if you're always going to talk to yourself anyway, talk to yourself in a positive way. Talk to yourself in a way that is encouraging, that edifies you every single time. And so that's the exercise for today. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your guidance, because it's going to talk to you. What is it saying? What is it guiding you to do? That is your exercise. That is your practice. Because the more you practice listening to your intuition, the better your ears hear it, the better your body responds, the more trust you build, right? That's exactly how you do it. Exactly, Miss Peace. You turn the negative into a positive every single time. You redirect. That's it. That's exactly how you do it. You redirect, right? So that's the encouragement today, is to trust and practice the breathing technique I taught you guys. So that is in through the nose, out through the nose. Because again, that will cause your body to relax right away. Oh, I have this. Sorry. Well, bless me, right? I guess. I don't know. And sneeze. But that's what you do. You breathe in through the nose, exhale through the nose, and calm the body down right away. Because when you calm the body down, it stops any kind of anxiety that you might be having. Thank you, Miss Peace. But that's what it is, you see? Are there any questions, my dear ladies? Because I notice you're all ladies in the chat. This is amazing. I love it. And to be honest with you, I'm following my intuition, because I was saying, because normally I don't have a lot of structure in my day. And so I was saying, you know what? I want to do something with my day. I want to do what I do what I love. And I heard, well, why don't you start a meditation or something encouraging at 5 a.m.? And I was like, well, the devil is a liar. 5 a.m. But you know what? I did it. It's been, is it 3 days or is it 4 days? I don't know because I've lost count. But I listened to that intuition. And every morning at 5, I log into Fanbase and I open up the meditation room. And sometimes I'm in there by myself for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But the people who come in, right? The people who come in, they definitely are the ones who were meant to be in that space. And so just following the intuition is what I've done. And so this morning I heard, when you're done, Fanbase, go on to YouTube. And I was like, is that so? And so here I am, following intuition. Queen Murat, your question is a beautiful one. What do you do when you are having a hard time financially? Now, here's what you're going to do. Because right now, your mind and your thinking is on, I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. That's where your mind is, and that's what your thoughts are focused around. The problem with that is the mind, any image you hold in the mind, and that image of, "Oh, I don't have enough, where is it going to come from?" Believe me, I can relate. So I understand. This is something I'm working through as well, and I'm beginning to see the results of it. And so how you fix that is, if your mind is on, I don't have enough, you stop yourself every time you catch yourself doing it and you say, okay, what do I want here? And the response would be, well, I want more money. And when you make that, when you answer, well, I want more money, now you take it a step further and you say, okay, what is the solution? What is the solution? What skills do I have that I can use to bring in more money? Do you see the difference? You're going from, I don't have enough, I don't have enough, where is it going to come from? That creates an image in your mind of not enough. And if you have an image of not enough, the law tells you whatever image you have, you must recreate. So if you're constantly saying, I don't have enough, you won't, because you cannot contradict yourself, or else you contradict the law. And if you contradict the law, then the law is not the law. It's the same as if you plant a seed that says, you know what? I'm going to see the solution today. That's what you do. You put your focus on what you want, and what you want is more money. So instead of saying, oh, instead of leaving it as, I want more money, you have to remember, so long as you have money on the mind, not the lack of money, just money. Just think about money. Not what money can do for you, not how money's going to make you feel, just the thought of money. That's it. This is how you redirect yourself from not having enough, because as I said, if you think and you focus on not having enough, you are creating not enough. And you see, the thing is, we've been creating not enough for a very long time, because we allow the external circumstances to dictate, right? We allow the external, and the external looks like, well, I don't have a job right now. I don't know what I can do. What if what I have is not good enough for somebody else? Do you see what I'm saying? We've allowed that to take over for so long that it has consumed our minds. And the law says whatever image you hold is what you'll recreate every single time. So what we want to do in this case is, you catch yourself when you are feeling like panicked and worried. I don't have enough. You stop. You inhale through the nose. You exhale through the nose. And then you say to yourself, okay, what is my solution? And your intuition will tell you what the solution is. But you've got to be in a position to hear or to feel it. You ask, well, what kind of skills do I have that I can use? And that's it exactly there, Queen Marat Rogers. Always redirect yourself by asking that simple question. What is it that I want? And when you know what you want, remind yourself that so long as I hold that image in my mind, so long as I ruminate on it, not ruminating on the lack of, because we've got to get better at differentiating the difference between not having enough and holding an image. It's practice, right? I trust that made sense. Yeah. So practice, because I mean, it's what I do. And what has happened to me is one of the writers that I narrate projects for, as soon as he's done writing them and having them edited, he will usually contact me. But there's been a bit of a lull, in between. And so, of course, my natural instinct was, oh no. And so I said, no, Angela, no. And, he messaged me 2 days ago and said, hey, I'm done this project. I'm going to send you the manuscript. How soon can you get it back to me? So you see, your intuition, when it guides you, will guide you, A, with your skills, because it's never going to be anything, oh my God, out of the blue. It's natural. It's something that you would naturally do, right? That's how these things work to flow better. Let me see. Are there any more questions? Because that's what we're going to focus on today is, I have to plug in my laptop because there you go. Now look at that battery power. Yay. But that's what we do, So as you go about your day today, practice that breathing technique. In through the nose, out through the nose. Every time, just do it. Just catch yourself if you're not doing it, or if we're like this. Let me see if I can show you. If you're like that, if you're wearing your shoulders as earrings, let that go. Bring those shoulders down. Relax the body. That's what we must do. Right? It's already happening. We are already doing it. Right? And so we just truly have to trust ourselves. I know that things around us right now look really I don't want to say tumultuous. They look really scary right now. But you have to remember something. We don't have control per se over the actions of other people. But we have control over ourselves and how we respond to things. And so when you're going about your day, I know because we have eyes, right? We have ears. We see the news, we see people, we hear them. Those are all natural. But what is more natural is allowing ourselves to relax. Well, yeah, Angela, that's easy for you to say. Not really. Do you not think I'm in this world with you? We're here together. We're here together. And my role is to inspire, meaning teach you so that you can teach yourself, so that you can trust yourself. Because as I'm saying this to you, I deal with the same things. I go out into the world and it feels overwhelming. But let me tell you this. Even though I lost my shit that one day in the mall, I haven't done it since. Because it only takes you one time, right? To forget yourself. But your infinite intelligence, your intuition is so loving. And let me explain what I mean when I say loving. When you look at the laws, right? Oh, and by the way, that class starts, I've been saying Monday. It's Tuesday, the 19th of October. So I'm going to hold two, 1:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time and 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So if 1:30 doesn't work for you, perhaps 6 will work for you. And if neither of those work for you, let me know and I'll do something for you one-on-one. Okay? But that course is coming up because it goes in depth. And the classes, it's 4 weeks long. And each class is about an hour and a half, just depending on the questions that come up. And it will be on YouTube. It'll be on YouTube Live, like right here, right now, one of those things. And so the reason I say that to you, right, is because I'm with you here. I'm in the same situation as you, right? But what we have to do is trust the law, because the law is infallible. The law is infallible, right? Now here's the beauty and where you find your peace and where you find your joy. When the law says that, when the law says to you, all is mind, and whatever you have here will correspond on the outside. When the law says that to you, it's not telling you that as a punishment, right? It's telling you that because it is what the Creator already does. This is how creation works. The Creator says, what do I want? And in the Creator's mind, it holds an image and it recreates it outside of itself. So if the Creator does that already, and the Creator now says to you, you have that same power, you're going to call the Creator a liar? And we don't call the Creator a liar on purpose. We call the Creator a liar because our mother said something, our father said something, our neighbor said something, but that'll never work. We hear those things, but that's not possible. All things are possible to them that believe, right? So that's unconditional love right there. That the same thing the Creator can do on a grand scale, you too can do here in your own. You are your own universe. So when you say, oh, I'm trusting the universe, you're actually, if you put it outside of yourself, that's where the problem comes in. The universe is not outside of you. I'm not talking about the celestial bodies, the sun, the moon, the stars, the galaxies. That is a universe on its own because it's been created just like we've been. But you are your own universe inside the mind of the Creator. Oh, that's right. Somebody thought of you. Somebody thought of me. So you see, that's the beauty of the law. That's where your power comes from. Let me get to this. Miss Beast says, because when she graduated from college, you had mediocre jobs, kept telling myself I want a better paying job, and in a short time, exactly. Because you were focused on, you see those key words there? I want a better paying job. It wasn't on, man, I always choose the same crap jobs. Now do you see the difference? I always choose the same crap jobs versus I want a better job. So when you say, I want better, you are literally forced to see better, because you've now taken your attention away from, I don't want that, to, oh, this is what I want. So do you see it now more clear now that it's in black and white? Read what Miss B said. I want a better paying job. Always look towards the better, because that creates that image and you get better. It's the same with our health. If you get up every morning and you're like, ugh, my back is killing me. When is this shit gonna end? Why am I always in pain? Well, then you're gonna stay there. So what do you say instead? You know what? I think this feels a little bit better than it did yesterday. I'm beginning to feel better. That's it. Right? That was such a beautiful point, Miss Peace, because it is so true. That's what we need to do. We say, I want a better. I want a better, whatever it is. And when you say you want better, the law of polarity will show you that you go from the negative to the positive. And so if you're going towards the positive, this is how you recognize polarity in your life. If you go towards the positive, you start creating more positive. So you see how beautiful the law is? The law always gives you what you are focused upon. Always. Because it wants to please you. Right? That's what it wants to do. Think about this. You have a garden. You think that rose bush or those tulips are just there for shits and giggles? No. Look at how they make you feel when you smell them. Look at how it makes you feel when you watch bees with the bumblebees with their big bums, and they're all covered in pollen, and they fall asleep because they're drunk on nectar. I know for me, it makes me feel so good when I see it. When the lavender is in full bloom and all you can hear is bzz, bzz, and you're like, ah! Like it is the most beautiful thing, because that's what creation is. Creation is there because it is beautiful and it is meant to just lift you. So there should never be a reason for us to not see the beauty, because that beauty is there for your pleasure, for your enjoyment, because that is what creation is. You see what I'm saying? There you go. I'm reading here. Queen Marach says, yes, I needed this boost. You know what? We are always talking to ourselves. We're always in our heads because the universe is mental. And where's the brain? In the head. So we're always there. Nothing wrong with being in your head, so long as you are speaking life into yourself. Because whatever you are doing and whatever you're speaking here, you're going to see it here. Right? That's all. So don't worry about being in your head too much. All you got to figure out is, what am I saying to myself? And you say, you know what? I want to speak life into myself every day. I want to speak positivity. There's that scripture that says, draw close to me and I will draw close to you. That's the law. Because when you draw close to the law, it becomes this beautiful love affair. Let me see. Miss Peace says, I want an honest, loyal, and loving husband. Well, Miss Peace, as long as that's what you are, you shall have it. Oh, yes. Because you get what you are. You recreate what you are. You see it? We think sometimes that a mate is like Lego and we're building him. No. Because the universe is mental, we are only ever recreating the image we hold. And that image that we hold is based on who we are. How do you feel about yourself? Because that'll determine how you talk to yourself. So you are loving, you are honest, and you are loyal. Well, then that can only ever be reflected back to you because you're going to create it naturally. Now do you see your power? You don't have to worry about him being that way. He'll just be that way because you are that way. And that's, if I was wearing high heels right now, I would strut. You see, when you put that pep in your step, when you say, you know what? I recreate who I am. I recreate that mental image of myself. It's cause and effect. Because you are the way you are, it stands to reason it affects. It shows up. Right? That's the beauty of it right there. You are always getting who you are. So who are you? And you know who you are based on what is going on right here. Man, I'm never good enough. How come I always get this kind of thing? That stems from you feeling not being enough. Well, the law says you are enough. Let me see. Yes, Sherelle, Mother Nature is always a boost because she is. Now you have to ask yourself, who is she reflecting? Mother Nature is a creation of who? Think about that for a minute. If Mother Nature is so beautiful, well then, whoever thought Mother Nature into existence? You see it? And we're part of nature. So if Mother Nature is beautiful, then so are we. And if you are beautiful, then your thoughts must reflect your beauty, my dear. See it? You guys in the chat. Well, no, I don't think anybody is asking for too much. How can you say that? You ever held a baby in your arms? And they're looking at you like, woman, where is my milk? They're not thinking they're asking for too much. They're looking at you. They're trusting you. Right? One is never asking for too much. You see that mentality right there? Examine that. Asking for too much? Well, that would mean you only deserve a little bit. Do you deserve a little bit? Or do you deserve the best there is? Right? You see, I'm catching you guys. Look at what y'all saying. What do you mean they're slim pickings? If you think they are slim pickings, what does the law tell you? The law says to you that which you hold in your mind, and if you believe that they're slim pickings, because you don't see the evidence, you see the evidence of what you have created. So if you believe they're slim pickings, yes, I'm coming for you today in the chat, ladies. If you believe there's slim pickings, then you are creating slim pickings. How do you get rid of it? How do you get rid of that? They're slim pickings. You get rid of it by understanding that which you hold in your mind and that you believe so vehemently is what you must create. So use the law of polarity and go from there's slim pickings to, these men are changing out here. They're becoming more considerate, more thoughtful, more kind. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised. That's how you move yourself from their slim pickings to, well then. That's how you do it. You move yourself along polarity from slim pickings to the best because they're together. They're looking at each other. Slim pickings, the best. So you have to move yourself along from, man, it's few and far between out here to, well, looky here. I get what I'm creating. So I'm creating a good man. I'm seeing a good man because you're looking in the direction of the best. That's what you're doing. I'm coming for you today because this is how I talk to myself. I remind myself at all times that whatever it is I'm focused on, I am creating. And then I ask myself, is that what you want? Is that what you want, Angela? Really? And I'm like, well, no, not exactly. And then I said, well, what do you want? Because you're the one creating it. So you see, that's the crux of it here. If you can remember this, remember you are the one always creating based on what's going on here. So here's an exercise. This is 2 exercises now. The first one is breathe in through the nose, exhale through the nose. The second exercise today that we're going to start practicing before you come to class, right, on the 19th, is catching yourself and asking yourself, because you'll know when you do it. You will know when you do it. You'll know. And you'll say, oh, wait, that's not what I want. And then you ask yourself, what do I want? And then as soon as you tell yourself what you want, you have turned your back on what you do not want. And that's right, Sherelle, you draw nigh to what it is that you want. That's what your exercise would be. Take yourself, take your focus from what you do not want and put it on what you do want. So if you're driving through the parking lot, oh my God, it's so busy up in here. What do I want? Parking spot close to the door. It may seem mundane. How can it be mundane when you don't want to walk that far? It's important to you. So everything is important to you because it is your desire. Does that make sense? Hello, Tatum. So does that make sense to you? Because that's your exercise, your second exercise for today. If you're going to the grocery store, don't worry about, I might not have enough money, because this is what we do. We start saying, wow, these things are getting more and more expensive. Yeah, we all know that. But what do you want? Yeah, you know what? I find all the sales all the time. I'm so lucky I always find the sales. That's what you want, isn't it? You want your money to go further, so you spot the sales and you get them. So you start in your daily life with the little things that seem mundane. Like when you go to bed at night. Man, I have problems falling asleep. Okay, that's what you don't want. So what do you want? I want to fall asleep nice and easy. But not only do I want to fall asleep easy, I want to stay asleep and I want to wake up refreshed. That is what I want. And if that's what you want, that's what you shall have. But don't just do it tonight and then tomorrow night you're like, man, I don't fall asleep easy. Constantly confirm what it is that you want, because we constantly confirm what we don't want. You see it? We're always saying, man, this stuff never works. And over we say it. We don't just say it one time. We say it ad nauseum. We say it all the time. So if you're going to say it all the time one way, say it all the time the other way. Because your body is always watching you and learning you. Right? Does that make sense? Yeah. Because we're always doing it. We're always speaking to ourselves in a particular way. But when you speak to yourself, you create an image. And whatever image you create in here has to show up on the outside. So your exercise, your second exercise, is your daily activities, catching yourself and moving yourself from what you do not want to what you do want. Does that make sense? Drop me a comment and let me know if it makes sense to you. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to breathe in through the nose and exhale through the nose. And we are also going to catch ourselves when we say, man, I don't. Take yourself from I don't by asking, what do you want? And answer the question. And as I said, use it for your daily activities. You know what? I want to go for a walk today. I want it to be nice outside and beautiful. I want to enjoy my walk. Go out and enjoy it. Right? Does that make sense? So and the more we practice that, right, the more you start seeing it, we start to understand more and more what we're doing. And we start to see why certain things are happening in our lives. See it? That's when I tell you, what did I hear this morning in my head? There's a scripture in Psalms where David said, the joy of the Lord is my strength. And the Lord, technically speaking, is the law. And so I said, oh, the joy of the law, the love of the law is what it is my strength. That joy of knowing that I have the power to catch myself and say, yes, this is what I want. And don't think that I missed this in there in the chat, that sister circle, because it is a most beautiful thing. When we come together, that scripture tells you, where two or more gathered in my name, there I am also in the midst. What's in the midst? Your infinite intelligence. Your intuition, aka God, is in the midst of this whole thing. Because you guys think I'm teaching you. I'm teaching me. You just happen to benefit from what I'm learning, right? This is just how it works. And so I just want to leave you with that encouragement today. Yes, Miss Peace, the creator. Think about how beautiful that snowfall is from the inside the house, not the outside. I don't want to put on my snowsuit, but it snowed today. Oh, but it is beautiful. It is beautiful. I'll give you that. So if the snowfall is beautiful and it was created by the same entity or whatever you want to call it that created us, then that means I am beautiful and you are beautiful. You are worthy and so am I. You don't have to earn your worthiness. You simply have to accept it. I'll say that for you again. You do not have to earn your worthiness. You just simply need to accept it. That's it, right? That's all you got to do. Accept it. Accept your power. Accept the fact that what you create in your mind, you have to see it in your physical world. So, what are our 2 exercises today? Breathe in through the nose, exhale through the nose, so that we always remain calm. Our second exercise is to catch ourselves when we say, well, I don't, by asking ourselves, what do you want? And I know you're gonna hear that today in your mind every time you go somewhere. What is it that you want? What do you want? You're gonna hear me asking you that question all day today. What do you want? Answer the question. And start with every single aspect of your daily life. That is correct. Good job, Miss Peace. Let me see if there's a star in there. Let me see if I can find a star for you guys. I don't even know how to work the chat. Girl, that is so bad. I'm not skilled with these things, but I'm learning. I am learning. See? Stars for everybody. There you go. That's how I do stars. Create custom emojis. Woohoo! Stars. You gonna put some stars in there? There you go. See? I just learned how to do it. Because I said, I don't know how to do this, but I'm learning. You see it? I had to catch my own self. See? That's all it is. But it's, as long as you practice, Tatum, it will make more sense to you. And you'll start to see it. Like it's instantaneous, you know. You start to see it and you're like, yes. And that's what boosts your confidence and your own faith in your creative powers. So let me see if I can post the link to the class. Give me a second. You guys can still see me. There you go, positivelyangela.com. And go here like this. See, because I'm always learning these things. Do this and this right here and copy and go here and go here like that. And that is the link to sign up for the class on Tuesday. That is right, Tatum. Consciously manifesting every single moment. Don't leave it to chance, because there is no such thing. And don't leave it. Now, here's something. If you are not consciously creating your day, someone is consciously influencing your day. Because if you are so busy consciously creating your day, somebody can't come along and negatively influence you. Meaning the person who cut you off in traffic, or the person who took the parking spot you wanted, or whatever the case may be. It won't happen. Because you are too busy saying, man, all my interactions are awesome. Because I get to create the interactions I want. See it? That's like your own personal shield of faith. That's what that is. So, if there are no questions, my beautiful sisters, I leave you with your exercises that I know you will practice diligently, because I know you will hear me in your head saying, did you breathe in through your nose and out through your nose? Is that what you really want? Is that what you want? I know you're going to hear it all day. Yeah. You know what? Drop me an email. Let me go here like this. Drop me an email and let me know how your day went. Because tonight, I don't know what time yet, maybe 7? Yeah, 7 o'clock. Let me set my reminder because I'm online at 8 o'clock for fan base. So I'll be back here at 7 o'clock. No, 8. Yeah, 7. Listen, it's early, okay? 7 p.m. I'll be back here, my time. So that could either be 9 o'clock for you. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a nighttime calm ourselves down before we hit the hay. That's what I'm going to do at 7 p.m. tonight. I'm going to put it in my calendar right now so that, yeah, I remember. So we're going to say YouTube nighttime live we're going to do 7 p.m. And I need a reminder. Of course I do. 5 minutes before. There you go. So I set my reminder for tonight. And I will see you, beautiful ladies, if you can make it. The recording will always be here. If you can't, and that's okay. But if you can make it, I'll be here tonight at 7, my time, Mountain Standard. So you've got to figure out what that's going to be for you. And it'll be an hour long or less so that we can unwind from the day and get our sleep stuff ready. So come ready in your fuzzy pajamas because I'll be in mine. Right? So I will see you tonight, my beautiful sisters. Thank you for being here with me today and hanging out. All right? Parting is such sweet sorrow. I love you lots, guys. I'll see you tonight. Yeah.